Yeah, John and Random Dude.
Gotcha. Okay.
Random Dude is a Rano.
Yes, I played him at the regional or at the monthly last week. He played Rhino Rhymes 1. He played Rhino Rhymes 2. Having the Rhymes background helps a lot with Rhino, just for like introducing certain characters, getting it from rough to practice is really a huge thing. It's like down to like 3 or 4 super well. I'm not sure if they're still going to exist in this patch, but having those like the Rhino rivals one Rhino experience helps a lot.
That's fair.
I think one of the biggest things that is better in this game than Rivals 1 is So should I move a little closer?
Yeah, I think
Okay, perfect.
that's better.
Yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure I had like one ear left. But yeah, one of the biggest things is just being able to use needle and neutral not only as a way to pressure, but also like landing with it as well. Having a full stack needle, you should be able to land on them and get a grab on them.
Yeah.
Almost for free. It's so helpful to continue with extensions. So having like a Rivals 1 background with Rana makes such a big difference. I know John Numbers, the ultimate player, the Wii Fit.
Yeah.
He needs to be very patient.
Very good Maple also.
Oh, yeah.
He's been getting rapidly better.
He does a lot of
over
the
the
fundamental
weeks.
stuff. That's the big thing. Like when I played him last week, it was a lot of just patience and walling you out.
Yeah, he's a very, very good defensive player.
Yes, and Lily, what Maple does well in this game benefits from that. So putting down Lily, just chilling in the corner and waiting. All right.
Oh, all right. We're doing all best of 5 for this.
I love this.
So this is going to be an extended set.
All right, let's see this, man.
Let's see.
Yeah,
John's good. Random Dude's good at Rano.
John Van Dojo. That makes a lot of sense.
Starting
Jules
Jewel.
Vale. I know John was picking a lot of Godai in the last game. I think these 2 days are great. Background.
Yeah, he really likes small battlefield, like coming from Smash. So liking Godai is no surprise. He just like always asks to start small battlefield.
Yeah, I know Julie was mentioning every time they play, he tries to go to Godai. So it makes a lot of sense. Something that's coming forward. Game
Yeah.
on Jules Vale. It's a pretty common starter.
Yeah, Random Dude getting a lot of mileage out of this random nonsense. Just kind of like also playing defensive,
Oh, yeah.
playing kind of diagonally aerially
Oh,
into
yeah. The
John.
45-degree angle is so good. It's also
Yeah.
really good against Toronto as well. So if he's holding that down that position, it's really, really good for him.
Yeah, I
Turn
agree.
range is kind of like an upside down GT, where he wants to either control the ground or have the ability to right.
Right.
So if he's at that angle, it's a lot better for him rather than just being on the left.
Let's see. John tries to go for that get up attack from the ledge. When him whip it,
Ooh, I saw that ledge
he really
dash.
enjoys going for that. That's like one of his habits. But it is very risky if you do miss that because Maple's just so much end lag after. Great down smash.
There.
Yeah, catching the greedy jump back to stage.
Yeah, I know Raven loves to go for that turtle platform on the side just because the amount that you get from the burning needle is instant. He's already tried to do that a couple of times. It's helped so much. Great, so he missed the ledge dash.
John doing his best to ledge drop.
He's letting it rip. Respecting the distance on like jumping at invincible aerials, but just enough where he can be able to punish it.
Yeah.
Perfect technique.
Yeah, great tech chase on the platform. The upbeat finisher to end things. Tries to tag with the C's, but Reno was still invincible at the time. Both players just playing safe, cautious neutral while trying to scrap. Trying to get in their space. Take advantage of their safe moves.
I haven't seen that much from John yet. Usually he's in the corner putting that down and chilling around it. I haven't seen it in like a good 30 seconds.
No. Yeah, John's made up the lead. Ooh. This could be big here, though. Misses the tongue.
That would've
The
been
second
huge.
tongue.
Off the stage. Great snapping point there.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to challenge Maple's recovery when she's off stage like that.
Being able to get the ledge quickly and just possibly invincible to catch her riding low is so hard.
Yeah, it's
It's hard
just
to
so
contest her,
risky.
especially with how she can stall with wall play. It makes it really hard to contest her and really add the ability to option.
Yep.
Great parry.
Great parry on the Lily. That's the key to counterplaying
Nice,
Maple.
yeah, perfect. Invincible bear, just like helps so much against her.
Okay,
John has only been doing this, especially with Lily's Maple special. She gets so hot, she can just
Yeah, I mean, it's a wise choice. Like, Maple mostly gets damage off her throws anyway. She doesn't have a lot of true follow-ups. Just like setups into maybe tech chases and such with down smash and like back throw or forward throw.
Up air off throw. And
Maybe
like,
sometimes.
off of down throw position. Great parry on that.
Yeah.
So then they make
yeah, her parry mix-up game is just very strong. Partially made possible by that lack of actual
yeah,
true
I'm loving
throw.
Waveland back airs. Helps so much in the grab.
Yeah, he's just getting a pummel like every time he grabs, basically. Random dude not matching out.
I get that. Rasser kind of do something similar where you're so afraid of that tornado coming up, where you just get a little 8% each time.
Yeah, it does skew things a lot. I do that maybe against Maple a lot too, but John knows that and he's taking active advantage.
There's the mix-up. That's the conditioning. Long form conditioning.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for a random dude to
Fair?
back
Nice.
up. Oh yeah, the aggressive edge guard from John Numbers.
Very nice.
Trading stocks to take the game.
He was a lot more aggressive that game than I expected.
Yeah, he was.
I did
No,
see
John
that,
John
really.
does make a good like mix of defensive play and aggression when he needs to go in.
Yeah, he was pushing when it was appropriate. It was working out for him.
Yeah, it's just safe.
Advance here. Harper, maybe Aramon? That's a good one, too.
Yep. Doesn't want to die early to random nonsense off the side.
The stage is too small for him to possibly be able to make distance. That's implying if he was being the patient one, though.
True.
Harbor, I think, is a really good stage against Maple. I love it as Zetter against Maple. Thin top blast zone, she has a hard time with her wall-cling mix-ups.
Yeah, I suppose.
And I can kind of control the center really well. She can black camp very well. Like, I know LP Lewis loves that stage.
Yeah, and plus it's a very low ceiling, so her confirms with up air, up B and stuff kill that much earlier.
Oh, yeah, especially if you get like a texture situation with second platform.
Yeah, but Merchant Port, a favorite of a lot of randos.
Oh, yeah, I know Lucius loves this stage, especially with the up B stuff you can do on the side. When
Yeah,
I played
they're
Random
just
Dude last week,
four small platforms, perfect for up B movement nonsense.
when I played Random Dude last week, he took me here, and I could tell it was because a lot of the up B stuff that he wanted to go for on those platforms. It extends round recovery, makes up so much.
Exactly. So he just gains so many options, and the neutral layout isn't bad for him either.
Yeah, I think that having a big open space helps with things like single needle, to where like he can approach with like multiple grounded needles from those side platforms, but he also gets a big open space where he can just shock single needles to force you to. And Rado loves it with that.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Just having the platforms on the side to still take advantage of platform setups, like into up smash, for example, that is pretty huge for Anna.
I'm loving these Dacus setups.
True.
Even if he's not getting full kills off it, he's getting damage and position to make a huge difference.
He goes straight for that.
Oh, great empty land
fair.
there. He stalled a little bit. John Numbers parried, but Random Dude missed his aerial, which allowed him to still get a follow-up off of that.
So both players at kill percent now, just fishing for their setup. John misses his fair.
This is the edge cancel there. Great out of shield fair there.
Yep, gonna take the stock. So now it's just a matter of how much extra credit he can rack up.
Missing these ledge dashes.
Which may not be much here, as John goes for the edge guard.
Amazing ledge grab there. John's been so good with those every time I've seen him play.
Yeah, he just grabs ledge like that.
Oh, yeah. Maple's like, you know how she can do the turnaround shield? Maple's is the fastest in the cast. Like, she just snaps to that corner.
I believe it. That's why they call it the LP drop, even though that's not what the LP drop is. It's the LP drop 2. I'm trying to make the LP drop 2 happen. It's not happening.
I believe it'll come back.
They took it out because they don't
Great
like
way to
LP.
bait out the special get up there. I'm liking the idea of these tongues out of tech chases because you can get so much if they do land.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fair.
They just
Double
and the tongue
fair,
just extends across the
nice.
entire length of the tech chase.
Oh, yeah.
Numbers excellent at that double dunk. That's all he
Great
goes
tilt
for.
boost there. Rhino's up tilt tilt boost is so good. It covers a third of the stage and it anti-airs with a traveling hitbox out. So it's so good to catch that big open space, especially on Merchant where it's like a big open space in the center. That tilt boost will almost cover from like platform to platform.
Yeah, extremely, extremely effective.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
fair catch there.
Yeah,
Tether
goes
down smash?
forces out the air dodge from the needles and then just catches it with the fair.
Really a bit greedy on that. I respect the option though. He's just getting a lot out of these just like catch and jump fairs. Nice.
Yeah, the invincible reverse fair.
I love Random Dude's option to go to ledge as consistently as he has been, especially with the threat of Maple's recovery being so much better when she can do wall climb mix-ups.
Yeah.
To where he just has to go out there and challenge her while she's stalling.
Yeah, both players displaying mastery of the ledge for their own purposes.
Absolutely. I feel like it's really important in this matchup too, where it's hard to contest random, like the brain blast hitbox as MSB has coined it, where he has this like big disjoint on his up B. It's like you can't challenge that directly in the air. You can't challenge it directly with a hitbox unless you have like a disjoint.
True. Ooh, goes for the Dacus, but
There we go. The long form conditioning coming into clutch. Really good. Was that an ASDI down tech?
I think so.
That was so smart in that situation.
Press recover the bubble. Okay. Random Dude trying to take this from John.
Just the positioning grab that he's doing. He's waiting a little bit for John Numbers to do a defensive panic option, but he's not biting, and he's just getting little resets each time.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's what you can do playing from behind. Just rack up percent after percent.
Grab the ledge? Ooh.
And hope you can do it before you get straight killed. But John here, fishing. Oh! He overextends just for a minute and then tethers right back to
He's
safety.
hit every single parry. I mean, pummel. I don't think I've seen a single break.
It's true. No, it has.
Smash.
Breaks have happened. Like, Random Dude mashed out a normal pummel earlier this game.
I think that's dead.
But,
Got the ledge? Hold it. Oh,
no,
barely.
above.
Very nice.
Wait, hold on.
Chase.
That smash attack could have been big if it was spaced a little bit behind, but
Tether?
as is,
Ooh, nice.
gone.
That's the first time I've seen him do a tether set. A tether kill confirm.
Yeah, he does them sometimes. It's still a new thing.
Yeah, there's been a lot of times where I feel like he could get a kill off it, and then he just goes for the positioning.
Yeah.
I really like that. Like in the heat of the moment when he needed to the most, he went for it.
Yep. Just sound fundamental play from John. He doesn't do a lot of risky stuff.
Absolutely.
Does John have another local farm? No. This is my local farm.
That bag.
Anyway.
That $9 never tasted so good. That's your dumpling money right there.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like this is a good option, especially against John. Because if you're thinking about it in terms of him being more defensive, this is a small state.
Yeah. Yeah, John goes for the double dunk there. So effective. He always kills me specifically. But Random Dude manages to survive.
Tech chase. Regrab there is a pummel break.
Yeah. By the way, round robin means that everybody in the bracket plays everybody else in the bracket. We're doing that that way today because it's a little bit small.
Oh yeah.
We have like 6 people.
I'm a huge round robin fan in general, just getting more experience playing people. That's the point of locals.
Exactly.
We're all just improving. We're here for the love of the game, getting better. Just getting a little tournament experience in a low pressure environment.
Yeah.
Better just have more games in general.
Exactly.
Great ledge hog there.
Yeah, gets back to ledge just in time. Kill Random Dude. Now goes for the extended advantage. Tries to set up some fancy stuff there.
Nice
but,
catch on that. Great S smash.
Sent off stage instead. Okay. Random Dude just playing
Really good
patient.
catch on the tech in. It was just a little bit too slow.
It's true. Random Dude's just like playing right outside John's range right now.
He's baiting all of the special get-ups. He's just not getting as much mileage as him as he wants to.
Yeah, but
oh no.
Rough SD. Really rough.
30% is bad.
It's not. It's different from pools. Pools implies like you're making it out into a final bracket, whereas round robin is just everybody plays everybody else, and then the person with the highest standing at the end.
Yeah, and if there's like 2 people that go like 3 and 2, for example, it's dependent on game count. Like if someone went game 3 with someone else, that's how that's determined.
Yeah, like the champion is the person who goes like 5-0.
Yeah, if you win all of your sets, you win the bracket.
Yeah.
It's just kind of ordered by your set count. Like, for example, someone goes 5-0, someone goes 4-1, someone goes 3-2. That just kind of decides first, second, third, fourth, fifth.
Yeah, but John Numbers running away with this game 3. Gonna be really, really hard for Randy to come back.
Achievement out of that. Pop up in the corner.
Okay,
Nice,
yeah.
really good ledge
hug
grab.
into death.
That's a 3-0. Very clean from John.
Very impressive stuff. It was pretty close first couple games, but John cleaned that up. Game 3.
Absolutely, just taking initiative when he needs to go for the extensions. I think that was the biggest thing that John started to clean up later on.
Yeah,
because he's normally like we've mentioned, a more defensive player, but when he goes to his like the raw fares off stage on the bubble ledge guards, going for the double dunks and the ledge hogs, he knows to be aggressive when it matters the most.
Right. Alright, that is my cue. I have to play.
Go get him.
Take care.
Who's coming up on stage now?
Got it.
Say Wes.
Okay. All right, so we have Wes and Noivi. So Wes has been hosting these little game night tournaments on Wednesdays at the Atlantic Terminal Dave & Buster's up on the 3rd floor. I know he's been playing a good bit of Rano. His main game, I think he comes from Ultimate, but he's been trying to host and get involved more with the Rivals scene. Before Rivals 2 came out, I know he was trying to advertise the Tournament 2 Rivals players, which me and Denzello ended up going to for one of the weeklies there. I know he's been trying to get his name out there, which is like hosting tournaments in that area. I think it's like a little free bracket that's hosted at the Atlantic Terminal Dave & Buster's near Barclays Center on Wednesdays. This is a little advertising right there. And then Noivi, she's been doing a lot of the TO stuff for Rivals stuff recently here. I know she plays Clarion. She played Clarion in Rivals 1, so we have a Rivals native player, and then someone who's like a little adjusted to the scene, but mostly comes from Ultimate. And we're going to be seeing Clarion versus Rano. I've heard a lot of things about both sides of this matchup. I've heard Clarion players mention how much she gets juggled in advantage and how hard it is for her to approach. I've also mentioned the Rano players mentioning how easy it is for them to get absolutely destroyed in advantage states. I think there's definitely a lot of nuance to this matchup in general, especially with like being able to optimize edge guards. One of the best things that Clarion has for recovery is just the amount of disjoint she has off of her up B, and Rano being able to get to ledge and use invincible back airs like Random was doing gets so much mileage. Clarion also has really good tools to deal with needles, such as setting up the down B or the no fun zone, which prevents a lot of Rano's really strong grounded neutral options. Rano in general also wants to stay pretty grounded unless he's glued to a platform. And a lot of the times that can be a little bit hard for Clarion to adjust to, especially if her main goal is to get some sort of setup into a grab. Clarion in this game is very, very different. People will consider her a lot like a relative to Marth, but I feel as if in Punish game they're extremely different. In Neutral, there's a lot of similarities in terms of the fact that both characters kind of are played around the grappler archetype and want to land that grab as their win con, but the ways that which they do it and how they threaten space are significantly different. like we were mentioning earlier, this whole tournament is round robin and best of 5, so we're going to be seeing at least 3 games from the both of them. See what these bans are. Noivy banning Forest, that makes a lot of sense. Rano gets a lot of mileage out of Forest. I feel like that's a counter pick for some characters. They definitely want to go there, especially Fleet, especially Raster, and especially Zedder. Banning Dojo and maybe Merchant from Wes? I think Rano really wants to go to either Forest or Merchant in a lot of matchups. And Claren usually gets a lot of mileage out of more tighter stages. I feel like the open space is kind of bad for her. Too much space to run away isn't what she wants to go for. We're going to be starting with Merchants. Wes is respecting a lot of Noivy's pressure. She's doing a really good job just spacing with back airs, just playing it safe. Being able to not commit too much to what she wants to go for. Something happened in button check? Could be some technical difficulties. Yeah, always helps just to test, make sure things are okay. We're very spoiled when Rivals won for having the playtest feature where you could just be able to just test it while your opponent was setting up controls. I'm definitely a button check person. I love to make sure the setup feels good. I love to make sure controls feel good, just in case something goes wrong during the set. I don't want it to be awkward. I have to like pause, take a second. I'm not sure if playtest stuff is going to be set up later. I'm sure that would take a lot of coding, especially because we're in 3D now. Pretty big like investment from the dev team. Would be absolutely amazing though. I feel like that's one of the best things that Rivals has with in the innovation aspect, having the playtest for competitive play, to be able to just move around, hit the CPU, make sure things are good, without even needing to go into a match. Alright, back to Merchant Point for game 1. Hoping the controls are good this time. Alright, getting a little button check going. Tongue sling action. Seems like we're good. Restart game 1. Wes wanted an immediate tongue off of that. Putting the bubble down, probably wanted to tongue into getting another setup off that. He's thrown out like 3 in the last 15 seconds. The risk reward on tongue is really good. I think one of the biggest things is that if you whiff it, you don't get punished as hard as you think you would for it. To where it's a lot, like the risk reward on it is kind of scaled in a way where it benefits Rondo. It's also the same way where you can kind of be able to throw out a lot of parries just to be able to force your opponent to not mash, where even if you whiff it, you'll get maybe like 10-20% if your opponent's not fully prepared for it. So being able to get that long form finish makes such a big difference. You know, you're doing a great job at controlling the space. Wes is getting a lot of his mileage off the swing resets. Good tech and place catch there with the down smash, and the jump is caught. Look at that. Noivy was up by such a big amount. Wes brought it back in just 10 seconds. I can see why Rano loves the big open space on Merchant. He has such a great time with camping the top platforms, pushing with single needle just like that, forcing Noivy to have to approach in. And now you can just throw out these tongues and kind of force her to play into him. Wait, push back, tongue, condition shields. I feel like tongue gets a lot better in this engine because of the fact that it goes through shield. Beating a run-up shield approach makes such a big difference. And when you're playing into this, you kind of have to contest them at that 45-degree angle that's in Rano's blind spot. A lot of what Wes wants to do is catch him on what looks like tech in, doing a lot of down smash coverage, doing a lot of tongues, doing a lot of stuff that covers you for wanting to go close to him. He wants to make his space by just contesting with needles in neutral. On a stage like this, it's really hard to kind of push and jump out of that. Rano has such good walling options. Empty land, this is the fair. Another tongue right there. Maybe the edge guard pushes that back, hoping he'd go for a tongue sling. Great empty land there. Wes does not bite. Very good at a shield option. Gets a little damage off the up B. Catch tipper fair. That should be it. Oh, wow. Really good survival DI from Wes there. Empty land. Wes being very patient, just focusing on getting some good stage control. 3 minutes in, one stock has been taken. Wes is taking a sweet time with this. Ooh, goes for a really, I wouldn't even consider that greedy. He wanted to just go for the quick edge guard there and gets a roast off the side B for it. Even if Noivy's playing on the back foot, it does not. It looks like Wes is really respecting a lot of her pressure in the corner, just waiting for his opportunity to take the hit. He's cool with taking a little damage. He's got almost lapping her in percent. I'm sensing the tongue coming out a little bit. Maybe not. Really good pressure from Noivy. Great anti-airs. Wes is jumping in a lot more than he was earlier in the set, and she's getting a lot more mileage out of that. Makes sense coming from the Riley 1 background. A lot of what you got was catching people flat dropping rather than just contesting them with punchy ground and neutral. That's the first game, just a couple fairs. So much of what Wes wants is centered around getting those the tongue punishes.
Hi, Jam.
A lot of shades of Keiru coming in here. Conditioning around tongue is really powerful in Rivals 2, especially with the threat of shield. It's harder to get a full punish off of it if you're playing into that usage of tongue. You don't get punished as hard for chucking them out, and the fact that it beats run-up shield makes it really, really good against players who kind of want to use run-up shield to push closer into you. So Wes can just kind of wall with fairs to catch jumps, single needle to force you to jump, and then tongue when you start shielding. Just sticking to those three options makes Rano's patient neutral extremely good. Alright, we're looking at Godai Delta, or Aetherian Gates right now. This is definitely a little more compact. I feel like having a stage that's more, I'd say it's a little bit less open than Merchant was. There's not those big side platforms that Rano absolutely loves in those matchups, and Noivy can kind of bring the fight to him, which I think she wants to do a lot in this matchup. it can be hard for Claren to push into Rano, and I think being able to close the space by removing the amount of time that Wes has to run away makes such a big difference. Ooh, that would have been such a good early hedgehog there. Wes catches the tech in place. Very good up smash. Definitely can tell that Noivi's coming from the background with how she's playing neutral relative to Wes. Even though Wes is using a lot of tongue, which I think is a very kind of like Rivals 1 specific thing, I think the way that he's playing grounded neutral and spacing around shield is very reminiscent of a game like Ultimate. Two little tech chases for positioning, catches her off stage. Yep, wait, Noivi's not stopping the ledge, so he gets tongue punish off that. Little tech chases off down smash. Doesn't even need to go for pummels, just taking his little damage. Get the position and get your 4%. There we go. That's the first grab we've seen from Noivi. Claren gets so much mileage out of conditioning you to not get grabbed, to where she can just destroy you off of things like getting up throws, getting back throw, forward throw mix-ups. I know she got one really good forward throw at Smash in Game 1. It can be hard to be able to grab an elusive Rano like this, especially when he's spacing around her tools so well. Oh my god, the point blank tongue. So much of his neutral centered around it. A tiny bit of hesitation on the spacing there. Really good with punishes from Wes. I'm loving that anti-air up tilt that he did. Shielding, she gets the empty land, charges in on the tech. Ooh, 3 stock coming in from Wes. I think Noivi wants to go to a smaller stage in this matchup. I was thinking something like Tempest. You want to close the space against this. Small stage, big side blast zones. I think that's what she wants to go for. Yeah, if Wes bans Tempest immediately, I think that makes a ton of sense. You want to close the space and be able to have other ways to approach into this Rano. Contesting him at around platform height. He's taking a call. That's crazy. Being able to challenge him at that 45-degree angle makes such a big difference. I think Jules Veil's a good option. I think Tempest is a great option. Having a smaller stage with a platform to be able to challenge Rano outside of that, inside of his blind spot. Because being directly on the ground is he can just contest with single needle and tongue. And when you're approaching him directly above him, he has a really good tool set with things like super jump up air, super jump fair, super jump back air to catch jump ins. And Wes feels very comfortable just kind of sitting in the corner waiting for Noivi to come to him. So I think he's going to want to ban smaller stages. If I was Wes in this situation, I would absolutely ban Tempest and Jules Veil, and if I was Noivi, that's where I'd want to go. Being able to remove those platforms and have the ability to kind of just push into his face is the best thing you can do in this matchup. Got some TO stuff going on here. I mean, it's hard to manage a bracket and run at the same time. Especially with a local like this, where it's mostly just, we're here for the love of the game. There's going to be some stuff going on in between bracket sets. Going to be stuff going on during bracket sets. Run it back to Godai. I'm really hoping we see a lot of more walling approaches from Noivi. Really good wave land to ledge there to see if he could catch her just going low for the ledge snap with up B, just not being able to poke her head out because when she was not sweet spotting ledge, West was getting so much off the tongues. Catches the Shrine Tech in there, goes for his tongue. Nice, good catch there. I feel like retreating spacing Nair for Claire is also incredible in this matchup. Being able to catch Rano approaching in and stuffing him with a big Nair helps so much with closing out that space. Doing a much better job walling in this game. I'm loving these back airs. I'm loving these up tilts. Just catching West jumping out of the corner and pressuring him in situations where he has to make those defensive options. If West stays under the platform in the corner, he's at home. If he's not jumping and just waiting for Noivy to approach into him, what Noivy wants to do is make him feel uncomfortable in the corners where he has to make those defensive options and punishing them heavily with things like up tilt anti-airs, retreating Nair sweet spots, back airs to wall. The goal is to make West need to squirm in the corner, but he feels really comfortable just staying grounded, doing his little thing. Great spot dodge catch there. If she did the pivot there, he would have died immediately. Catch that, yep, down smash, tech in. A lot of West's advantage state is centered around those tech in reads. Makes sense for Rano. Catch the jump. Chuck it with needle. West just keep it simple. Really good snap to ledge there. The turnaround there just so can be able to contest it with an invincible option helps so much against wall recoveries. Yep, drop there. Really nice job. West just keeping it simple. Even if the tongues have missed pretty frequently this game, the fact that he's not getting punished for him gives him no reason to need to stop. Like, there's always understanding versus reward, and like, why am I doing this? But if it's not getting punished, then why not do it in the short term? Great shield drop bait, shield grab bait there. West is jumping in a lot more, walling with back air. I think he's caught on to Noivy's jump out of the corner timing, so where he feels comfortable knowing when to push those advantage states. That chase, really good parry weight there. I think she was waiting on a spot dodge. Just catches it with the tipper. Maybe a couple misinputs from Wes. Getting a little antsy, trying to close it out. He doesn't have to do too much. He's just chilling in the corner, up tilting. That's all he really needed to do. Staying grounded is so helpful in this matchup. That's the jump catch. That's the set. Clean 3-0 from Wes. Grounded neutral makes such a big difference against Claren. Being able to stay out of that grab range that she has and she wants to do while avoiding the ability to get tippered off of setups from like landing Nair, back air, and a lot of her really good walling tools that cover those anti-airs. Just being able to stay in the corner and just chill makes such a big difference for her. I mean, such a big difference for him. Alright, so in the meantime, catching up on the bracket, we have a 3-0 for Solar Beam over Crashly. And the other two matches that we've seen on stream being the 3-0 from John Numbers over Random Dude and the 3-0 from Wes over Noivy. Watch it be like under the... Yep, that's just the battery component. I feel like it's holding one of these things. Is this even a plug-in? Or is this...
No,
because
it's supposed to be
there's a battery.
Yeah, right?
I feel like it's holding one of these. It's gotta be. I'm trying to think here.
I don't think you're not, don't worry.
That's crazy.
No, there's nowhere to plug it in. No! The battery. Wireless.
Alright, so you got Solar Beam versus Random Dude. We saw Random Dude playing earlier, very Rivals 1 centered Rano. A lot of the tools that he wants to do is coming from those platforms and being able to contest at that 45-degree angle. We're seeing Force Sprint from Solar Beam. I know he's been playing a lot of secondaries recently. He's just here to vibe. Very fundamentally sound player. Solar Beam's original game was Ultimate, and he played Ridley in that. So he comes from a Smash background with a little bit of HDR as well, but we've claimed him as a Rivals player at this point. He's here for the long run. I'm glad there's been so many people that have come over from Ultimate, come over from Melee, and especially come over from PM. So we have so much like different play styles and original games from a lot of these players. So much creativity with play styles, especially between characters. In Rivals 1, this was always considered one of Rano's worst matchups. I feel like being able to anti-air him with things like walling back air and the size of down air can make it really hard for Rano to approach into it. Many matchups haven't changed too much. Really good ledge hog there. I see Red smiling a little. Super good play from him. Being able to get to ledge quickly is so critical for getting good at Rivals 2. Being able to just take those ledge hog opportunities when it's appropriate. Yep. Forrest is the same height as same weight as Zetterburn. He's dead. He's dead. Super good play from Random Dude. Forrestburn's combo weight is very similar to how Zetter's is, and Rano gets so much mileage off of things. He used to be able to get double Dacuses, which can be jumped out of now, but the fact that you can just be able to contest it with back airs, cover it with up air, and just be able to strike him for such a long time, cover the ledge, doesn't even need to. This is a fast game. Ray catches with up air. Random Dude loves to be on that side platform. He loves to approach that 45-degree angle, so all Solar Beam has to do is just wait for him and just shark him constantly. Instead of playing a more grounded neutral, what he wants to do is just kind of play at that angle. So why not just cover with back air and up air? Forrestburn has really good juggle options. People have made the joke that he has like a tiny little cloud up air that just comes into itself and juggles. And he gets a lot of damage off it, so I don't blame him. Tech Shades, Pummel Break. It's a little greedy with it. Nice normal call, get that little 8%. Get the ledge, nice. Game 1, Random Dude. I'm loving these edge hogs from him. It's so good against Forrestburn. You take his jump with Needle, cover him off stage with a fair, get him to stop recovering, and you just grab the ledge. It destroys Forrestburn. Loving these ledge hogs from Random Dude. Makes such a big difference. Fire Capital, Harbor. Interesting bans. I feel like a lot of Forrestburn's neutral is coming down with back air and down air landing mix-ups. A lot of characters love to do those like full hop landing mix-ups, and for Forrestburn it's so unbelievably good. I feel like this might just be like a comfort ultimate style pick, small battlefield. I know that's a lot of why John Numbers was going to that stage as well. So I feel like in this matchup, you want to make sure the side blast zones are a little bit larger, because Rano loves to just kill with early fairs, conditioning the DIN, getting those back throw, down throw mix-ups off of like back throw fair, down throw fair. Being able to remove those platforms at that angle that Random Dude wants to approach at is also extremely beneficial. Should be dead here. No, great wall zone double jump save. Soul has this combust up though. Back throw, nice. I know forward throw is a really good kill option at ledge. If you have a lot of time to react to it, but if they hold in, you get a free. Not a free back air. It's a little tight. The execution's a little tight, but if they hold in, you get a back air that just kills. Forward throw is kind of his combo throw in some ways, to work because the angle it pops up at is just so small. Kind of pops in to where he gets a lot of setups off it. Yeah, doing a lot of landing down air mix-ups, crossing him up, going from doing behind him, trying to catch Random Dude, trying to shield grab and punishing him for it. Really risky rock tongue, maybe trying to read some sort of ledge dash option. I do think in this matchup what Solar has been doing is whenever Random Dude recovers, he's just kind of going for those like the back hit of down air, trying to catch the spike. It's also super good against Maple, trying to catch her riding the wall. That's all you can do is throw out the hitbox, but that down air will hit a little below the ledge. Makes such a big difference. Great wall jump, double jump on stage. I feel like one of the biggest things I've noticed with character secondaries in general is that a lot of them don't recover nearly as well as the people who made them do. Even if they're adjusted to a lot of playing neutral with him, playing punish with that character, the recoveries are what make and break people playing a secondary versus maining the character. So even if you feel like a person's secondary that's doing a lot of stuff that someone who mains the character would do, getting them off stage and edge guarding them is a significantly easier task. Because this Forest Burn looks really solid. He's doing a lot of the stuff that a lot of Forest Burn mains would do. But the fact that he's just getting edge guarded so easily makes such a big difference. Great angle on the combust. Just the threat of having that combust out is so beneficial. Because it kind of forces, it kind of is like that next hit kills mode where any stray hit becomes much more threatening. And in that you can kind of condition him to shield a lot more. Yep, just trying to push with those up airs. Random Dude's, apart from right now, he's been a lot more aerial. In a lot of cases, Swordman's using that to stuff out approaches, get a lot of mileage off it. Yep, he's just holding center stage. Swordman loves to go for those on-stage fairs. He's mentioned it kind of comes from like the old Ridley habit where it's conditioned him to shield at the ledge. Because you can just like approach on stage with an aggressive aerial. You dead here? No. Oh my god, I saw the turnaround shield there. Would have been an incredible ledge hog setup. Walter Fair, that should be it right there. Grab the ledge. Ooh, very good recovery from Solar Beam. I'm loving the patience from Random Dude, just going for these down throws. That should be it. Grab the ledge. Really good turnaround shield there. Shield on the flat. Wait a little bit. Flash out fair. Amazing job covering the smoke there. Random Dude seems really, really comfortable against Forest Burn. You see a character swap? Oh, here comes the locks. Here comes the locks. The last phase of the boss battle is here. I'm gonna guess he's going to Jules Vale. Great ban for Random Dude. I love how the ban swapped immediately. I've seen a lot of Loxus, including in my own set with Solar Beam from last week. I played both of these people at the monthly. Solar Beam and a lot of Loxus love to go to Jules Vale. I think having that center platform for things like up smash tech chases with Magma Charge makes such a big difference. Being able to remove those stages where Lox wants to shark from those platforms, it helps so much in those matchups. I know a lot of Lox players also love stages like Harbor and love stages like Tempest because they're so tight, and things like up smash will cover the entire length of the stage. I also know this matchup is pretty annoying for Loxodon. Single Needle covers all of that grounded space that Lox wants to approach with, and when he struggles with burst options, being able to shut down his grounded tools makes such a big difference. I know people have mentioned this is Lox's worst matchup by a decent margin. I'm sure it's a little better with the most recent patch, but this was always the struggle matchup. Lox had such a hard time approaching into a more defensive grounded mono. Especially if you stay out of that jab range, where he mostly just has like burst options with aerial side B, burst options with maybe even dash attack. Nice. Yeah, Soul is in full control right now. Great get up attack. Magma Charge at that. Great stall from Random Dude there. He knows if he went high, he would have gotten contested with the lingering hitbox. Oh my god, the little Magma Ball getting hit back with that up B. That hitbox is so big. One of the biggest things I'm seeing or have improvements with Solar Beam Punish game are those extensions off of single charge down B. Being able to extend punishes when a lot of his old up smash setups have been less reliable makes such a huge difference for his punish extensions, where he can be able to get like a one charge. I just saw it right there, the little up throw into a one charge down B, and that extended hitbox will do so much damage to be able to carry floatier characters and fast fallers alike. I feel like it's worse against Crag relative to other characters, but being able to get extra damage against those floaties and contest them in the air when they would usually get out of combos makes such a different wreck of the damage. Great DI out from Random Dude to not get hit by that down air there. I would say Drift, but that's not in this game. Just holding out consistently, being able to avoid those setups. I know Solar Beam loves those F smashes at roll distance, because that last hit of the axe, it covers a little bit down and below, kind of like Claren's F smash does. You can see the axe kind of like sink into the ground a little bit far away from the, a little bit further out than it traditionally would. Great stall, no tech. Oh, he would have died off that. I love the invincible back airs that Solar Beam that Random Dude was covering to catch those jumps. Should be it right there. Hold down the tusks. Game 3 for Solar Beam. The Lock's looking good as ever. Air Armada Harbor? Harbor's an interesting one. I know a lot of Loxes love it. That is usually a very quick ban against him, especially because of the fact that he can contest those the center platform, similar with up smash height. His grounded neutral allows opponents to have to stay grounded. He gets a lot of benefit off of those, the thin top blast zone. Tempest is also traditionally one of Solar Beam's favorite counter pick stages, but I feel like against Toronto, against a character that kind of wants those like close range spaces, I can see this being a benefit, especially with random boost play style. Really good needle fair there. I think he's dead. Yes, very good early stock. Random is playing fire. Keeping it simple, just chip damage and neutral makes such a big difference for Rando. Yes, this is exactly why this is such a good counter pick. Or at least in the favor of Loxodon, being able to contest that. Even when the top platform is at its highest, you can still be able to shark with one charge up smash. There's the ledge, catching shielding. I think the biggest thing Random Dude needs to do, apart from walling out with single needle and neutral, is getting as much damage as he possibly can off of his Juggle Lock splat extensions, because Lox has a really hard time landing. He has a really hard time with a lot of things, but closing the space is probably not the best idea in this matchup. What you want to do is increase the amount of space that Lox has, because he has a really hard time with burst options, boxing him into the corner, making it uncomfortable for him. Removing the amount of space is actually a benefit for him. Super good F smash to catch the jump from ledge. DI's in there. That should be dead right there. Yup. Charge. Dead. Super quick game from Solar Beam. He's locked in now. He's comfortable. He's comfortable. I think in this matchup, I would want to go to Fire Capital. I'd want to go for a larger stage, big blast zones. Make the Lox uncomfortable. Solar Beam loves to wait in the corner for opponents to play into him. Perfect. He's got headphones, and if he didn't, I would say he probably heard me. This is such a good stage against Loxodon. The amount of stage benefits characters who want to run away from him, because a lot of times, Lox gets benefit out of winning the game of chicken and being the more patient one in neutral. And against Rano, what you want to do is literally just single needle chip him to death. Make him feel uncomfortable in every position that he's in. Lox doesn't really get a lot out of like running away range, at least in terms of plat height. He kind of wants to be in turret mode, just staying on the ground, waiting for you to come into him, because his grounded boxing tools are so good. So if you can just kind of push him in the corner and make him more comfortable, make him feel as if he has to use a defensive option, like jumping out of the corner, makes such a big difference. I think this is a much better counter pick for Ray. Super good catch there. He's not dead. He was. Oh my god. Solar Beam was dead there. Small little edge guard flub. Situation turned around immensely. Yeah, I want to see a lot more single needle from him, dude. I think Solar Beam's recognizing he's going for it, and he's using the center lower platforms to be able to push in. Back air. Glitch. Super clear. Oh no. I feel like Random Dude has a lot of these right ideas, but he's falling short on the execution. The stage counter pick was good. The vision that he's going for with these single needle punishes are exactly what you want to do in this matchup. He's just falling short on the execution, and I think he's kind of letting the pressure get to him. Great DI out, recognizing the back throw mix up. Catch it with a fair, very nice. Definitely not out of the question yet. I think as long as Random Dude plays a good grounded neutral, maybe gets one or two good tongue punishes. I've only seen one throughout this entire set. Makes such a big difference. Great shield there. Yeah, I think he's gonna get a lot of mileage off of the normal pummel because of the threat of something like special pummel down through a tech chase into a top, which gets him 50% if he's on point with his punishes. Yeah, Soul just waiting for Random Dude to come in. I feel like I mentioned, Lox wants to win that game of chicken. Solar Beam is willing to be as patient as he needs to. Great spacing on the F smash. Keep it simple, grab the ledge. Yep, that's dead. That's a reverse 3-0 from Solar Beam. The Lox is looking strong as ever.
You don't deserve power.
Like you said earlier, he's here to take the local. He's comfortable. The secondaries might not be ready, but his lock sure is. I know he's been grinding at locals like 3 times a week. He shows up to Fusion in Jersey on Mondays, playing people like Nard, playing people like Prime, playing people like Elu. A lot of Rano's Clarence in that area. And he's recently also been going to a lot of the monthly events happening in other places. Like there's been a big event in Brookland that had like 30 people in it. I know John Numbers was there. I know Solarbeam was there, and a couple other really good players. I know he's been on his grind recently. Just being able to consistently get out to these local events makes such a big difference. Especially with a new patch. We're all getting used to stuff. This is probably his first time playing on local since the new patch dropped. So being able to adjust his things pretty quickly. Because the last time I've seen him, he played at the monthly in Jersey on Monday. Patch dropped on Tuesday. He hasn't had experience with the patch yet, so getting used to it on local. Locks didn't get that many changes. I forgot what changed besides down throw becoming faster. Lox was also one of the more unscathed characters along with Zetter, Maple, Raster, so there's probably not too much to adjust to. I feel like half the cast was Rano, no, not Rano. Zetter, Maple, Raster, Claire, and Lox didn't get touched much, and then like Orcane, Fleet, Rano, Crag all got touched pretty hard in terms of nerfs. So I feel like there's not too much to adjust to on the end of Loxodon. Alright, we've got Crashly and Wes. Wes I mentioned earlier, been doing some TO stuff. I'm not sure about Crashly. It's always cool to see some new talent coming in. I know Noivy knew him, or knew of him coming in, so there might be some platform fighter, some correlation coming in from Ultimate, maybe? Curious who he plays in both games, actually. We'll find out. Always good to see new talent coming in.
I was like, oh shit, his turn's about to
I'm
end.
seeing an Arcane. Maybe. Yep, I'm seeing colors changed. He's sticking to it. You can imagine it's pretty stressful when Arcane got the biggest hit in the most recent patch. Some of it was understandable, especially with Bubble Butt Fair being as oppressive as it was. I think the biggest thing that he didn't need to lose was a lot of his a lot of his tilts being spammable, because that's kind of how it was in Rivals 1. He could up tilt like twice into a nair bounce setup. His tilts were always pretty spammable in Rivals 1. I feel like that's kind of a core part of his kit. Being able to just wall out with close range tilts. That was a core part of his play. And I think in general, Orcane gets so much mileage off of that grounded boxing option. I remember someone compared him to Rob, which was really funny, just in terms of like what he wants to do for his game plan. Already looking like a really good game for Wes. Wes just catching him, stuffing him with all his approach options. Reverse up B. Ooh, I think that might have been a temp and an up B coming out. We're actually getting a little bit uncomfortable with his approach options. Wes getting tech chases. Yep, that's the three grab lockout. After that third one, you want to absolutely just go for like an up air or some sort of different follow up. Wes just kind of catching Crashly doing these unsafe approaches and just punishing really hard. Doing these DIN catches. Yeah, he's just ripping these tongues out. He does not care. There's the hand hitbox. Catching the attempt to catch the puddle. Crashly makes it back to the ledge. Definitely a little hard for now with Arcane now. Did you see the up tilt being so much slower? I think that was one of the things that was the most like unneeded as a nerf for Arcane, because his tilts being spammable in Rivals 1 was always a pretty core part of his kit. He had a really hard time with getting sharked with sharking, but being in his face, he was so unbelievably good at that. And I think toning down his annoying options was understandable, but the fact that he had such a hard time approaching into people, because he still has that gigantic dash grab off of his tail, being able to prioritize the fact that he's just this, like, his threat range is kind of just like the small center around him, but he should just be like this unstoppable ball of light in that little range. Now he just has a really hard time approaching into anyone. His neutral's always been on the weaker end, but at least his boxing kit was really strong. Catching the no tech with an up smash. West takes game 1. What are we looking at for stage bans? Oh no, control setup. Maybe he didn't have his tag in. What are we looking at from bans? I would say Aramata would be where Arcane wants to go. Arcane gets, he suffers the least from the pineapple effect, where he gets hit off the top blast zone, or from the bottom blast zone, not being able to get to wall. I feel like he'd want to go to a bigger stage, be able to just wall out, use bubbles, camp a little bit. West is very comfortable chilling on the bottom blast zone, so I think what Crashly wants to do is to just kind of put puddle in the center like that, condition some space, use bubbles to wall him out. West is very comfortable just sitting in the corner, single needling, tonguing like that. There you go. Yeah, use the bubble butt as the approach burst option. Oh, I'm seeing much better play from him already. These wave bounce droplets to condition puddle to be sent in different areas. Ooh, that parry would have been the perfect opportunity for West to go for a tongue punish. West getting so much mileage out of these parries. That may have just been a jab, but it still got him the punish off of that. I'm liking these up throws because of Arcane's heavier height. You can just straight up up throw him and be able to get mileage off of doing up air juggles, getting at low percents, things like up throw Dacus used to be working on characters like Zitter and Forest Burn, and I'm sure it's the same. Arcane's a dense boy. Forgot which blast zone he dies off later to. I think it's the side. He's very dense. But that pressure makes diamonds, you know. I'm already seeing better play from Crashly in terms of more comfort. I think that the controls he set up were much different. Being able to test your controls makes such a big difference. I'm seeing a lot of campier, more patient droplet play, using bubbles. I think that air dodge was like a way to stall because it looks similar to the animation where he drops the bubble. Yeah, I didn't see that tag in earlier. I definitely think he was a little off in some ways. I know West definitely wants to go for some sort of tongue read here. I'm loving these wave bounce puddles that Crashly's using. Those were so much better last patch to be able to constantly reposition the threat of puddle. Might be a bit harder to fully get things off in this build, but he's making it work. Gotta respect it. It's been a little hard for Arcane. I don't think he deserved all that. Ooh, West had no invincibility there. Empty lands that, just baits the parry. It's hard to react to catch someone just like parrying, especially when they're only doing it like maybe twice per game. But just waiting a little bit and just being able to just punish them for it makes such a big difference. Good punch off tilt. Ooh, I like the bubble butt there. Could have possibly been like a jump back air angle off of that. Trying to catch West using the slightly nerfed bubble recoveries. Catch the jump. Immediate wave land to ledge. Very clean execution from West. Yeah, he's just parrying. I think he's trying to catch the puddle. Crashly can get so much mileage out of that if he just like literally just puts down puddle, waits for West to parry, and then just does a puddle F smash. Please up a yes. Nice job. Very clean from Crashly. I do like how he was contesting with the bubble butt there. Because he has the droplet, the puddle out, he can always just recover at any angle. To where Arcane has the ability to go as deep as he wants, which is for stages like Aramata such a big benefit. No, very weird angle where he was being stuck in the air. Great falling up air up till. A lot of the Ranos love that. I know Lucius loves that as well. Catch that. Yeah, those are the times where I feel like he should be going for the tongue off of those parry punishes, because it's like you can just stick them into a state where you can hit them as much as they want. Especially at higher percents, where you can kind of be able to set up into Dacus confirms. Yes, West just waiting at roll distance. It's kind of risky, even though Crashly has been going for those immediate aerials from ledge. Back throw fair, back throw up air. Nice. Gets a little extra damage off it. Position onto the platform, gets the fair. West takes game 2. I like the stage pick. I think this and Aramata are the places that West would want to go to. So I'm noticing that only the player 1 character is the one that's getting character levels. Tempest, Dojo. I'd say, yeah, Aramata or Fire Capital are the stages that I would consider going to. I think West definitely wants that bottom platform to be able to just space around, especially with a lot of his neutral being considered around charging needles, just getting those tongues, catching anti-airs, bad approach-ins. The ninja characters do such a good job with that in general, walling out with tilts. Kind of playing that like pseudo-aggressive game. I feel like it can definitely be a bit of a challenge to approach into that. Especially if you're being as patient as Wes has. He's definitely been a bit more aggressive this game, especially because he realizes that he can kind of get more off of his punishes. Good contesting there from Crashly. I'm liking these aggressive offstage attempts, especially when Wes just wants to go for these stall bubble recoveries offstage. Yeah, just a lot of catches on these platforms with up smash. Very consistent with those. Ooh, I really like that jump nair from Ledge, trying to see if Crashly would bait a double jump. There was no puddle out, so he probably could have set him at a weird angle, maybe gotten a sweet spot or a sour spot fair. I mean, Rano has basically three sour sweet spots on his fair. He's got the spike, and he's got the 2 outer hit boxes. So being able to send him at like either a down angle, which would have forced Crashly to have to do the rising hydroplane. The Orca hop to be able to get from Ledge, or be able to just have to like expend a resource to be able to go above Rano's lingering there. Good down tilt turn. That bubble would have been such a good snipe there. I'm really liking these aggressive offstage attempts from Crashly. Empty land there, catch the jump in, super good catch with that up air. I'm seeing a lot of great things from Crashly in terms of the options that he wants to approach into. A little wall jump there, not doing these tech-in baits that Wes has been going for. Yeah, just wait, single needle, bait the jump in tongue. It's like the day one Rano works just as good as ever. Single needle till they jump in, wait till they try and get closer to you, dash back tongue. It's like, oh, I need to get over this so bad, I'm annoyed, and they just wait for you, dash a little back. Yeah, he's literally doing dash back grab, dash back tongue, because he knows that Crashly's trying to approach into him, and he's like, I can literally just make him just fall into my arms. Great empty land there. Ooh, Westlake shield the eyes down to be able to hold down and shield the bubbles there off that up throw, so he doesn't even get up aired. Crashly's up air just hits the shield. Great back air. Ooh, I think I saw Crash trying to go for ledge there, trying to get like a little ledge re-grab off of West. Even recognize that West is going to go low. The execution on that's kind of hard, being able to do it consistently. Great up B there. Crash is doing progressively better each game. I think the controls was definitely a big thing, and also just like adjusting to West's play style. I feel like this is one of those stats that's definitely more appreciated to be a 3-0 because of the fact that you're seeing so many of these little improvements in Crashly's play. I feel like just being able to watch him adjust to these things and get more comfortable with execution makes such a big difference. Oh, I thought he was going to empty recover there, but West just waits for the puddle, gets the F smash chart. That's a 3-0. West looking very clean. Can you do me a quick favor? Can you check Crashly's like history and tournament just to see what game he comes from, just so I can get a little more information? Check like a full profile for like what he enters. I'm seeing Skullgirls and Ultimate. Some Xeno Wi-Fi events. So he's just coming from mostly an Ultimate background. I'm seeing like bombs. I'm seeing Xeno events. So yeah, we've got an Ultimate player coming in here. I'm glad we're seeing a lot of carryover from other Smash communities, just seeing where people come from, what games they originate from. Always cool to see that carryover. See a couple people hovering over. I'm seeing John Numbers plugging in. Could be up for another set with him. So in the meantime, other matches have been reported. Solar Beam 3-0 over Noivy. John Numbers 3-0 over Crashly. And I think that's it in terms of the most recent two. So I think we're getting John Numbers and Noivy up now. Got some Maple and Claren.
Really? Why don't you just put are you done? We can do this same thing as mine. You can turn on auto. He doesn't play boss. Use auto. Use auto. Oh, you're right.
Going into game 1 here. So from what I know about John Numbers' play, he loves sitting with Lily under the platform, being a very, very patient player. Comes from his tried and true experience with Ultimate as well. But I have seen some very recent newfound aggression in him, pushing the advantage state more, going for more platform setups. He's playing so much more aggressive in these sets. Usually he can just be like camping with Lily in the corner, waiting, just walling you out with Maple because that's what she gets a lot of mileage out of. But I'm seeing him use Lily in the center to approach into people, which I feel like Maple's definitely not favored to do, at least in this game. In Rivals 1, she absolutely could. But a lot of what Maple wants now is for people to play into her with such her amazing walling tools. Funny, they made the rushdown character. He's like, oh, she's so aggressive. She's so good at having to play into you. Grab ledge. Nice. Super good catch there. Some really tight DI with that. I'm also loving how quickly John Numbers can get to ledge, as much as he does with Maple's extremely fast drop speed off of turnaround shield. John Numbers loving to just chill on the side, throw seed, put out like a hitbox every so often just to contest Noy if you're wanting to approach. And yeah, Maple's jab does such good shield damage. I feel like the main thing Novi wants to do here is feint. Oh, I love that little fade back, the drop nair. Definitely would have killed catching John Numbers' jump. I feel like what she wants to do in this matchup is feint John Numbers into doing these fake approaches and then empty land grab him for it. Being able to pressure on shield with down air. He's dead. Oh no, she didn't roll. The roll there would have, like, John Numbers went super good for that. I think he probably wouldn't have understood, he would have been safe. Put him in a super good reversal there. I'm liking these landing nairs from Wavy. I think against someone who's so defensively oriented as John Numbers, like, he just plays such a good grounded neutral. Because he's not doing that much Maple stuff, but the stuff that he does go for, just like general game sense knowledge, makes such a big difference. Yeah, just these jabs, catching on shields, being able to force an awkward out of shield option from Noibi. Yeah, he's dead there, but it didn't matter. Still got his edge guard. Catch the jump. He can forfeit the stock, even if he loses it. She's at like, what, 133? That's a wrap. Pretty comfortable game 1 for John Numbers. I feel like in this matchup, or against him in general, you want to reduce the amount of space. Yeah, I think Forest Harbor or Forest Tempest would have been such good bans. You want to bring the fight to him or force him to come to you. Especially with smaller stages. Like, he banned stages where he has the least amount of room to run around. Forest is basically like a small FD with a really thin side blast zones. So being able to have a stage where Fire Capital, interesting. I feel like John would really like this. I feel like he wants to deliberately be the one to run away and take it easy. But he's been playing significantly more aggressive this week. He's been having a much easier time just chilling when he needs to. Not pushing too hard in advantage, taking his time. But now he's a newfound aggressive Maple. Going for a lot of these little tech chase follow-ups. Oh, that would have been such a good... I think I can do like a little Nair tether fair option. He doesn't go for that many tether setups, apart from just like tethering to Terry at the ledge. Yeah, the jab pressure is so good. It does a deceptively large amount of shield damage. Ooh, John doesn't fall for the... or he doesn't go for the shield grab there. No, he was able to get the landing mix-up into the grab. Oh my god, I'm surprised that caught. Up smash covering the little side platform there. Great anti-air there to cover John, trying to do a little like cross-up recovery mix-up. Yeah, Maple's get-up attack is so good. Extremely good parry on the get-up special. Waiting it out. Getting these jump catches. Yeah, it's really hard. You have to, with Clarion, you're kind of forced to either use a jump or just put out the uppy hitbox early. And if John Numbers knows you can make it back, why don't you go for the double fair? Get some ledge invincibility, continue the pressure. Yeah, he's playing so aggressive today. Great ledge hog. Against Maple, it can be really hard to contest those low recoveries, so being able to just pressure and get those ledge hogs makes such a big difference. Shield pressure off the jabs, yeah. It's really hard to contest. You don't know when the space to be able to grab her out of it is. And in a lot of cases, if you try and jump or do anything that's not like a perfectly timed wave dash out of shield, she can just hit you for it and then get like a jab up tilt. Like just like that. She's trying to be able to grab him out of it, but he's catching at these opportunities to go in between the drop shields. You have to be so good with your out of shield options, whether it's with out of shield or just like buffering an option to be able to punish that. Baits the get up special. Maples love doing that. The risk reward on it is pretty high because it's like awkward. I think a lot of get up specials are considered to be like offset get up attack timings, where like if you land them or if you use them to preparing for get up attack, they'll get caught off by the slight stall or change in the timing on the tempo of you getting up from the stage. Dread number 6 game 2.
That's a wrap.
I feel like I'd want to go for a matchup or go for a stage where you want to push into him. You want to have less space. John Numbers loves running away. He's been doing this for years. He's very at home, just chilling in the corner. But I've seen some newfound aggression for him. He's got blood in his eyes. He's seeing red. I do think these are really good bans for him. Maples don't traditionally like Harbor. The recovery mix-ups off the ledges are kind of uncomfortable. She doesn't get her low recovery wall slings. And Forest is generally a very small stage. I feel like having us being the fight, having neutral be so tightly compact is very uncomfortable for Maple in general. I feel like a stage like this is not traditionally great for Maple, but is very good for how John Numbers would want to play. I also feel like in a matchup where if you want to play against a more defensive player, Fire Capital is usually like the runaway, throw some projectiles kind of stage, or like use more landing mix-ups kind of stage. Probably more of a comfort pick than anything. Super good ledge stall there. I really like John being able to move to ledge as quickly as he does to catch Clarence low recoveries. Great little cross-up on that Nair. Baits the get-up special, gets a big punish off this. That dunk would have been really good. Progressive pressure from Noivy, catches the get-up attack. Yeah, John's been a little complacent with these options. A lot of get-up attack, a lot of get-up special. I know he's getting a lot of miles just like resetting all these little habits. Yep, catches that. F throw. A little too close to ledge to be able to get a proper F smash follow up. Nice. Ledge guard there. Noivy's up. Noivy's up in the set. Yet landing with an air. That's very, very Rivals player. I'm guilty of that too. Catching with these like stalled aerial recoveries. Yeah, John Number's just so quick with those edge hogs. Just standing on the ground. Throwing out Seed. Seed got nerfed a little bit. Damage now is only 1 instead of 2. Because I know John just loves to wave dash back, just chuck Seed. Wait to fan approach. He's not doing too much. He doesn't have to. I feel like it's funny that John's playing more defensive when he doesn't have the lead. Kind of like waiting to test Noivy's impatience more than anything. Because when he does have the lead, he's much more aggressive, but he's just been kind of, he's dead. His eyes widen a little bit. 2 SDs this game. Yeah, now he's very defensive. Doing a lot of shield grab baits. Just sitting there, putting out Lily, throwing Seed. He gets more defensive when he's on the back foot, trying to like wait out someone's impatience. A lot of these jump catches that are sometimes working out for him. Ooh, I think that waveland there, that where he aired out to right, was that trick to get to ledge. Yep, plays the Terry. Waveland back to ledge. Just keep it simple. Wave bounce Seed. A lot of really good punishes, a lot of really good anti-airs is coming out from Noivy. A lot of what she wants to go for, catching these jumps. That's a jump catch. That's a 3-0 from John. Sharing some words about Claren, I see.
That's a wrap.
Definitely not his favorite. In the meantime, let's see any of these sets. John Numbers 3 over Crashly. I think the rest of these are just as projected. Or as already been reported. I don't think any of these are new.
Just beep it.
I was going to say, you got some words to share?
That was some bullshit.
Oh my, what happened? What happened?
That's the first time I've ever hit a combo like that. Something into the Terry spin into a spike.
Oh my god, yeah. I saw like the seed popping out from like you throw it back and it goes the hitbox there.
No, the seed makes Terry spin for a little hit.
Yeah, you get like a little hit off that and then you get the fair off that.
Yeah, I've never hit that combo before. I never even knew I could combo like that.
Magical innovations happen. This is what the locals are for.
Maple's fucking broken.
Oh no, she's really good.
She's not that broken, but she's very funny.
She's got some stuff. Definitely got a lot going for her. You're more aggressive than you were last week. I'm noticing that.
Yeah?
You are. You're playing more aggressive than you were last week.
I was aggressive last week. I'm
Maybe.
literally just doing a hit and run playstyle.
Yeah, that's what you do really well. I'm just thinking
weaving
you're
in
more
and out.
aggressive with pushing in when you need to. I'm noticing more tether stuff also when you need to.
Yeah, well.
Making a big. It's
Well,
really
the stuff
helping.
remember, the stuff that goes vertically doesn't work. And I didn't know how to do the horizontal stuff. very well.
True.
Those of you who don't know, if Maple hits you with an upwards move and tethers to you for an up air, you can hold up to SDI up and you'll fall out every time. 100%
It helps so
time.
much.
Except maybe if you're the elephant. The elephant, I think, gets bodied.
In Rivals 1, the mix-up was that if you held up on Nair, you die off the top. But because of the angle that Nair sends out now, you can hold up most of the time and not die off the top
Yes,
to Nair.
that mix-up is still there, but only when you're at, like, 100.
You gotta be, like, in the magnifying glass
gotta
to
be
die
like-
off the top to Nair.
And even worse, if you don't DI it up, you live, probably.
Yeah. I feel like it's now kind of skewed in the favor of just holding up most
That's
of the
why I
time.
usually don't go for tether chases if it's vertical.
Yeah, just
But I
get
should.
your damage with Nair. But I respect the positioning. Why not just go for the Sharkane
But I
instead?
have been going for the horizontal stuff, so that stuff. is
Oh yeah, that helps a lot.
guaranteed.
Just getting those Nairs off the side, like F tilt, tether, Nair. You did that in your set with Random Dude. We got a really good little
I
setup
got
off Nair.
back throw tether nair, which I didn't even think would work.
Yeah, I'm surprised you had time for that. I've seen get up attack tether Nair.
All right, well,
That's
I'm
like
still
super
experimenting
niche.
with it.
The tether stuff is so huge for getting your confirms, and even if it's just nair stuff off the side. All right, got a new. We've got the Zedder coming out from Noivy. I think that this matchup is really, really good for Zedder, and I think it's only gotten better this patch. Zedder has always had a really easy time playing into Orcane in past patches, where I feel like Orcane has a similar blind spot to Ronho, where being able to contest at like just above his head distance with things like fair, with things like dare, Orcane's neutral is definitely a bit of a struggle if he's not able to just wall you out with his aerials. And being able to burst option him kind of obliterates him if you just kind of approach at angles that aren't directly just like grounded options. So I definitely respect this. Oh, I love the little drag down air option there. Nair as a drag down option used to be so much better because you could just kind of like use it like a full body like melee fox drill. But because the amount of stun that it inflicts now after a couple patches has made it a bit worse as a landing option, like a burst option off the platforms. Used to be so unbelievably good though. Noivy had a really strong start. Having a bit of a hard time closing out this kill. I think it can be a little awkward for Zedder, even though he literally has like 3 kill throws and spacing fair, which should just kill most times. Being able to just like wall with fair F-tilt, take your damage. Ooh, Crash gets the first stock. Noivy had such a strong start going for fair dare stuff. I think the biggest thing I want to see from her is just being able to space properly, or not space, being able to just wall out with things like a F-tilt fair. F-tilt is also a better move when you have a lead and in tournament setting, because your opponent's going to be going into you, where you can just kind of just push him out like an anti-air of sorts, except you're kind of like stuffing an approach. Makes such a huge difference being able to catch someone going into you. Yep, triple fair. A lot of the Zedders coming in from Smash titles, especially like Melee and the PM Zedders, so like a lot of I'd say the streamers like Mango Cody playing, and then people like Switch and Hyperflame doing a lot more just like spacing fair stuff. While a lot of the more like Rivals 1 oriented Zedders, people like Pity and Lucio, are doing a lot more like the niche, like up smash confirm, all of those setups. Things that are more like reminiscent of Rivals 1 Zedder. And then people like who are switching on different characters, people like LP, Danzello, those kinds of playstyles coming from a game like Rivals 1. So I do think it's like a huge playstyle difference between how the spacey mains pick up Zetterburn versus the tried and true Zetterburn players. We've had such a strong start this game. I think the biggest thing I'm noticing is just more like just kind of going for F-Smash stuff. F-Smash has gotten significantly better between games out of tech chases. But I feel like one of the difficult things for Zedder with F-Smash now, in Rivals 1, it was kind of just like not super practical, but in this game, out of tech chase situations, such as like down throw tech chases near ledge distance, you can kind of just vortex people. I'm liking the down throw waiting from Noivy. She's just not getting the follow-ups off of those setups. There are a lot of opportunities where those downs, where like wave shine up smashes, back air up smashes would have been super beneficial. Jab pressure at the ledge, jab one, nice dunk there. Jab one grab is also incredibly good in those kinds of situations where your opponent like they're gonna drop shield for the jab 3, or whether they're just gonna end up drop shield for the jab 3, or just like get the jab one grab or hold the shield. Down for a tech chase. Doing a lot more grab than she was in the other game. Yeah, the pummel mix up. I don't see too many Zedders going for pummels in general, but I feel like in those apart from situations where you're like at the ledge, like they're gonna push a pummel where it's the perfect time to mix in a normal pummel. She had such a strong start this game, but it's brought back to a very close situation. Crash has been walling out pretty well, going for a lot of like necessary offstage setups, going for like up-B dunks. Gets a little damage with up-B. It's a perfect opportunity to just start F-tilting when she needs to. Just kind of wall him out, take the distance. Sends an F-smash coming. Up-smash? Nice! Very clean game 1 ending from Noivy. She had a really strong start with a lot of just like fair down air stuff, rack on that percent. Zetter's vertical options in general are also really, really difficult to deal with, especially for a character like Arcane. They're having a good time. Game 2, Fire Capital. I know a lot of people say Zeta really likes the stage. I think certain playstyles do. I think the side platforms, or the center platforms at least, give him a secondary approach tool. That is very beneficial. I think you can also get a lot of mileage doing mid-range fireball camping, putting puddle down in the center. Not like full-on like full-screen fireball camping, because that loses very hard to run a parry and then they can get iframes off it. But being able to contest with those mid-range fireballs makes such a big difference, especially the landing option that Zetter gets on these stages. This was Crashly's pick, which also makes sense for Arcane if he's going to be walling out with bubbles and playing a more like reposition with droplet kind of game. So I can definitely see this going pretty well for both these characters. I wasn't paying too close attention to what the bands were. Down air. Down smash check off of that. Gets to ledge pretty quickly. I am liking these the ledge approaches that Crashly is doing to try and contest certain recoveries. He was doing a lot against the set with West earlier. I think it really makes such a big difference. Contest these kinds of approaches. Yeah, F-tilt is so good in certain matchups. I'm assuming Crash is going to have to just teleport F smash. Down smash kills anyway. Very nice. Yeah, this is a great opportunity to just put the puddle down, let your opponent approach into you, get your tick damage, which, like, shouldn't be huge, but the fact that your opponent usually isn't respecting puddle means you can just toss it out in the center and get a free 5%, maybe even like an up smash and extra damage off of that. Usually, the thought process would be putting puddle down in the center, condition them to avoid it, right? And most people they run into it anyway. So for Zetter players, they have the soul list that they know their opponent will just run into it anyway, get some extra % off. Doesn't really change how opponents play into it very much. So you can just kind of put it in the center. They're going to run into it anyway, get some damage off. Similar philosophy of like doing wake up get up special in a situation where you know your tech chase. Like, oh, you took 5%, get over. Up air catching. Really good striking from Noivy. Empty land there. Ooh, greedy up B. Doesn't get punished. She's chilling, she's chilling. She's having a good time. Great puddle off smash. Oh, they're having a good time. They're having a good time. We're here for the love of the game. We love to see it. These approaches with F-tilt. F-tilt is a move that gets much better when you have a lead. When you know your opponent's going to run into you, you can just kind of chuck it out because the destroy on it is so massive on the swings. Unlike in Rivals 1, he doesn't really get much off it because in Rivals 1, things like Wave Shine F-tilt with the reduced wave dash lag got him so much mileage and advantage. Doing F-tilt is more of just like a stuffing approach, just like get him off you, do like what, like 9-10%. Pretty good for that. It also 2 frames a little bit below the ledge. You can kind of angle it, catch people who aren't fully sweet spotting their recoveries. Deep shine, dare catch, tech chase. A little jab shield pressure going on here. Ooh, flip recovery. Ooh, I like the F tilt there instead of just going for like the cross up F smash. Shield pressure. Orcane's Puddle F smash used to be so good on shield because it would push back from the shield, which made it almost entirely safe at mid to max distance spacing. Great F tilt there, some little crash cancel. Oh my god! Accidental down B. She's a visionary. She's a visionary. The angle it sends at is deceptively good. It got nerfed a little bit in this patch, but I think it's just so negligible because of how much mileage that Zetter can get off that in terms of like deep spikes. Doesn't kill as early as it used to, but it's still pretty dangerous. Going into game 3 in Jules Vale. I feel like this is pretty reasonable for a counter pick. Traditionally, as Zetter, just coming from my own perspective, the 3 starters he wants to go for are usually Forest, Dojo, or Merchant, depending on play styles. Jules feels like not bad for him, but usually you want to try and take Zetters to go down just because the platform sides are a little weird. The big blast zones are not what he wants. So I think Jules Veil's just like really good general starter. I'm sure he, from ultimate experience, might just take a comfort pick. I've been taken here quite a few times by other characters, mostly Loxodon. So like, I definitely don't think it's bad for Zetter by any means. A little wave shine pressure there. Ooh, I expected like a landing dare approach there, like a landing dare, like a tomahawk grab. Good wave lane from Wedge. Stuff with F tilt. Back here. Ooh, the turnaround down smash. Look at that. We get custom here. The hitbox on the first hit of down smash, or both of them actually, is deceptively tall. I've seen down throw only down smash hit 2 connect out of tech chase situations, or not tech chase, just like straight up just like down smash DIN. And it's like, this is so tall. You don't expect it to be that tall, but it works. Tech chase, up throw, catch the fair. And Zetter has such a good time just bullying Orcane advantage. Especially with Orcane's dense height. I know in the Zetter Burn Ditto and against Forest Burn, up tilt anti-airs get so much mileage because he's so heavy. I saw that 5th air coming out. So like being able to just like get those up tilt follow-ups and follow up out of things into like more up airs or more up tilts, like wave shine and up tilt stuff, especially is really good against Orcane. I feel like everything Zetter does kind of just bullies Orcane. And it's gotten even worse with this patch. Up smash. Down smash covers, no shield DI, falls off. Back throw, yeah, that move sends at a pretty nasty angle. Ooh, really good usage of getting the puddle there. Getting some down smashes. Good pressure, wave bounce puddle. A lot of good options from Crash League, getting that pressure set up. Forcing Noivy into the corner and making her refuse yes via combo approach. Raw F smash. Good overshoot option. Crash is not doing much run up shield approaches, so it's like you can kind of check it out. Worst case scenario, it crosses up on shield or something, or maybe she gets shield grab. But like the risk reward on it was pretty good in that situation. F tilt stuffs, 8%, get them off you, get some stage positioning. Taking their time with it. Ooh, I love that little ball of blood approach. If that connected, she would have been sent out at a nasty angle. Could have gotten to an even game right there. Bumblebutt's gotten a few tone downs because of the fact that it was like this amazing unreactable burst option. I'm glad that up tilt up air still works with Orcane. I know he got some pretty bad nerfs recently.
Pretty bad nerfs is an understatement. 0 Arcanes in top 64 of Coinbox.
They took him out back. A lot of the people switched off. We have Zach Gremlin Man, who's on Forest Bird now. Darius switched back to Rano. A lot of the Arcanes I know that were really strong players have all kind of went back to their dual mains. I don't know any solo Arcanes.
I'm sure Arcane will make a comeback. Just wait for the next patch.
He's got it. With people like Starbo sticking it out. I believe.
I'd stick it out if Maple got nerfed that hard. Well, she does take what they dealt. If Maple got nerfed like that, I'd be like,
No, yeah, I completely get that. People are saying that Rivals 2 is starting to kind of switch to a counter pick meta, like dual maining for certain matchups, which I understand.
Yeah.
But definitely there's worth in sticking it out, especially if it's a character that you're already even very comfortable with. Like, playstyle-wise, the most important thing.
That's right.
Up air, up air. Liking the juggles. Seeing a lot more vertical options from Noivy in the last couple interactions, which has been really, really huge. Orking has such a hard time landing.
That didn't spike.
F-tilt spacing. Back throw. Got the ledge. I know he hasn't been doing those like spacey sweet spot setups, so getting to ledge isn't that much of a boon as it would be against like other Zetterburns. Just being able to like wait on stage has also been very beneficial rather than like trying to just like hog ledge doing the two options and let
Crashly takes game 3.
A little fake pop off coming from Crashly. They're having a good time. We're here for the love of the game, you know. Look at that, big brain, generational talent. You can't teach that. Amazing bands against Zitter. Dojo and Harbor are stages that Zitterburn absolutely loves. I'm expecting a Rockwaller Forest. I feel like those are stages you want to go here. Yeah. Thin side blast home. The center, really good for plat camping, or just fireball camping in general, because you control that center space. And hiding under those the small platforms, he gets a lot of mileage off of extending it for like a up smash setup or vertical options. And then, of course, the threat of the extremely thin side blast zone makes the F smashes Noivy wants to go for even more threatening. You can get double fares here. You can get F tilt setups at ledge, down tilt fares. This is just a very good. It's a good stage for a lot of characters, but I feel like Zitter gets so much mileage off it. Back air, back air. Ooh, a little drag down air set up there. Touch chase down smash. It's also a lot more risky to hold out in any capacity or kind of like no DI things. It's a lot more safer to just hold in, which Zetterburn loves to punish with things like his double fair setup on stages like Rockwall Forest. There are a lot of situations where I feel like Noivy would want to go for like a tech chase down smash or tech chase F smash setup, but isn't quite pulling the trigger on those setups. Maybe just out of like discomfort, wanting to just wait for her opening. Fair. Ooh, Crashly kind of starts to hold out. Forgets he has a puddle out, I think. A little TO thing going on. Maybe someone had to need something. A little respect taunt. We're getting back into it. They're having fun. That's what matters. This is a local for the love of the game, you know. Great parry. It's kind of hard for Zetterburn to like fully fireball camp if your opponent knows that they can parry off it. Because even if Zetterburn gets or parries it back, he doesn't get the iframes off it. So like fireballs is much better for like those mid-range interactions. Space up till back throw, yep. I feel like you really have to be like holding super hard in to survive that. Good extension from Noivy, doing a little reset off it, catch down the shield option. Misses the landing tag, gets shield grabbed. Ooh, liking these old tech chase setups that she's getting. Back down there, trying to catch like a roll out or some uncomfortable situation. Haven't been seeing. As soon as I say that, she rolls. I was like, I haven't been seeing too many rolls, too many spot dodges in general. I don't know if he comes from the Ravels one background, so it's like a little uncomfortable for a lot of us to really make use of these defensive options. It's a lot safer to just like wake up button instead, especially if you're waiting for. It catches people off guard who want to wait for spot dodges. So if someone's trying to like play and someone's trying to like more spot dodge, roll more, using a second tilt in their face kind of throws them off. FTL catch the landing, very nice. Down B puddle, down smash coverage, very nice. Noivy up in this game for her. Again, very, very good counter pick. Oh, she's feeling or something. She's feeling something, that's for sure. Great air dodge there, even if she may go off stage for it, just to be able to not get dash grabbed. I'm liking a lot of these up tilts that she's using. Very like reminiscent of Rivals 1 Zetter, where up tilt was significantly better in that game. Especially without the threat of shield. Really good tech in coverage in situations. Back air. I feel like in a lot of situations she gets so much mileage off going for like a tech chase down air setup. Or even just like going for like tech chase F smashes. I saw the little wavelet from Crashly to try and cover the little sweet spot ledge. Haven't seen that much fair, haven't been seeing enough down air. As soon as I say that, 2 more fairs coming out. Fair is so good at covering that arcane blind spot that he has a really hard time approaching into. Great puzzle break from Noivy. Tech chase doesn't roll in. Very good patience from Noivy for not to not get covered by that. Down smash coverage almost kills. Waiting on the puddle. Crashly gets to get back on stage. I'm expecting an F throw. Haven't seen much grabbing at high percents from Noivy. It's hard to grab an opponent with like a get it forward throw kill just because no one's really shielding in the corner.
Bro really wants that.
Oh, they're laughing about it. I've heard people mention the fact that because the Firefox in this game is so much faster than it is in a game like Melee with Fox's up B, that his recovery is actually not nearly as bad as people say it is. And I think I agree with that. Having a faster Firefox where it's harder to contest, because he's not really standing still for very long.
I can agree with that.
Makes a big difference, even just like a half a second or so. So we're looking at a 3-1 for Noivy. Very nice. We might have one more setup. I'm going to go check. So we have a 3-1 for Noivy. Got a lot more gaming happening. What do we got here? Solar Beam West, 3-1.
I think that's our first upset of the day, then.
3-1 for West over Random Dude.
I think that's our first upset of the day. Okay, let me just set up the names and I'll play. I just gotta set up the names.
So I think one of our last sets here.
End of sets to leave to do something.
Is it going to be you and Wes or you and Solar Beam?
Yeah, I know. Give me 1 second.
Okay, so we got John Numbers and Wes coming up.
Okay, so I'll be fighting DA West.
Do you want to play a bit while you wait? Yeah. Definitely.
I see. The interface has changed.
I think Lars is in a better position.
Okay, John Numbers versus DA West. That's still me.
I basically never use that throw command because I can react. Yeah, I think like now that's part of it. They have to be like
You don't deserve power.
Alright, this has been the third Rivals of Aether 2 weekly for Yep, this was the third weekly for Waypoint's Abyss Watchers. If you are interested in participating in this weekly, you can come by at Waypoint Cafe NYC at 65 Ludlow Street, New York, New York. It's every Friday. Doors open at 4 p.m. Wave A starts at 6:30, and Wave B starts at 7:30. Both venue and pot are $6 each. Coming up next Tuesday, we're going to have Waypoint Warriors, our 213th weekly in a row. So if you're interested in Smash, do come by. Entry fee is the same. Place is the same. Comes with a 50-player cap. Bracket starts at 6:30 p.m. You can pre-reg at start.gg/WPW. After that, Game Night and Dave & Buster's. They're going to have a $100 prize pool. Ooh. And plus the other games included are Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, 2K25, Super Smash Bros. Melee, Rivals 2, Brawl Stars, Uno, and Jenga. You can catch all of that on December 11th at Dave & Buster's near the Barclays Center. 625 Atlantic Avenue, 3rd floor, Brooklyn, New York. The day after that is Bugs Bash. Pre-registration is also up. Registrations is $6 and venue fee is $7 with a redemption bracket included. The start time is at 6:30 and you can pre-register at start.gg/bugsbash. And then the week after, I think, is maybe this week? No, next Monday, round 4? Not 100% certain. But if not, probably the Monday after. It's a Street Fighter 6 tournament hosted in the same location. You can catch it live at twitch.tv/SwissWriter. Registration starts at 5, tournament starts at 7. Entry fee and venue fee is also $6. Plus, it's a 48-player cap. And then Rise and Strive, which is either next Monday or the other next Monday. You can get all that info at start.gg/Rise and Strive, with Strive starting at 7 and Grand Blue starting at 8:30 p.m. If you're ever so interested in checking out House of 3000, you can follow them on Twitter /Stephen3000, Blue Sky, House of 3000.nyc/Blue Sky. You can also check them out on twitch.tv, youtube.com, and Discord. If you're ever interested in hiring them, you can send them an offer at events@house of3000.nyc. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Been Vanillic, producer for the stream. And I hope to see you all next time or next week. Have a good night.